Hey there, Scorpio. How are you? So I'm moving through some of the readings now. I really appreciate your guys' patience doing the October zodiac. Scorpio, Scorpio, Scorpio. What's on the cards for Scorpio for the month of October? It's always my ultimate endeavor to provide loving and divine guidance, that which offers you clarity. Oop, these wanted to pop out. The Fool and slowing down. It's fairly relevant to most of us, generally, in life. Like, slow the F down! You're never gonna get there anyway! Okay, Scorpio. Ching. Nice. So, right off the gate, it's 10 of Cups, so you got some good energy. So yeah, some of you, I think, are coming into a much happier place, and then there's little trigger points that make you want to defend yourself, which I do feel is warranted because it's beside the Lover's card. So you've been doing major self-love, you've maybe really moved to calmer waters, and so anything or anyone that comes in that might want to disturb your sense of joyful fulfillment, you're like, and actually I don't get a negative sense from that card. But done, Scorpio. You've really come out of some intense hard work. Some of you have risen out of manipulative energies. This is fantastic. It's like you've broken free with your self-love on the cards. You've totally broken free from like having to work really hard all the time and then possibly being in codependent relationships that kept you in those base tones. Hence why you have that kind of defensive energy a little bit still, because you do not want to go back into those energies. You want to stay right where you are with this right there on the cards. It is in the reverse, so it's like coming in. It's not fully made itself manifest yet, but damn it, you're going to defend your honor. You're going to defend your ability to stay in that energy. Or rather, like, it's like a little feeling in your heart space. You're going to defend your heart to be open to allowing this into your world. And you're going to keep practicing self-love, and you're even going to, you know, take your stuff and go to calmer waters. Some of you might even move house, move town, you know, go to different places that are going to allow you. Yeah. You're coming out of the negative sense of defense and coming into a more empowered, which isn't defense in like, you know, creating resistance or anything like that. It's more about knowing who you are in truth and standing up in that in truth, which is powerful. That's the divine feminine, right? We in our disempowered feminine energy, we just like bend over. Not to laugh because it's abusive, but like we just let people walk all over us. And so when we rise ourselves, it's like sometimes there's this sense of like, yeah, these sort of defense energies that can come out of us that can even surprise if you've been people pleasing or trying to defend yourself like this because you're always working so hard and you're constantly having to work with manipulative energies. You've sailed, you've risen yourself, because this love card is here with the 6 of Swords, the 7 of Wands, and then the 10 of Cups. So you're really now coming into your own, Scorpio, whoever this is for. You've done the work, you've slowed yourself right down, you've allowed yourself to become the Fool and just be open to these new beginnings, which this new beginning has definitely got a 10 of Cups on the cards. You're in this new risen state. Absolutely stand your ground. Absolutely stand up for your truth. Be the person that you want to be, right? You're moving to calmer waters now. You've risen out of some really, really low bass tones, manipulative energy, possibly a matriarchal line, feminine energy around you that was manipulating you, that didn't have your best interest at heart. They couldn't meet you where you wanted to go, and that defense, the positive defense energy that I get here is right. It's like poking down that Queen of Cups energy. So any of that manipulative energy that was coming at you. You're now standing it down. You're rising out of it. You know your worth. You're ready to embrace this 10 of Cups. I feel you're moving in that direction. You're absolutely moving in that direction. The Fool, the part of you that is a fool, the part of you that's just going to take their time and be a fool and trust in this beautiful, beautiful, benevolent energy with this card right here. That's part of what you're defending. You're just going to keep kind of trusting in it, allowing yourself to stand up for yourself, allowing yourself to be who you truly are, and then go break free, be the Fool from that kind of centered turtle energy of the really slow pace. You take as long as you need, right? Step out, be the Fool, and this is right here for you, right? You love yourself, you're ready to go. You've been doing the work. You've risen out of that manipulation energy and that like, oh, this is how I'm supposed to work and this is going to be hard work and I just have to keep toiling, keep toiling. You're like sick of that. You're over it. You're like, I know, I get it. I know how this stuff works. I'm just going to open myself, be a Fool, let go of all this shit, move to calmer waters. And I feel like for a lot of you Scorpio, whoever this resonates with, like you've done it. Yeah, you've risen. You're sitting tight. You're sitting tight with it. Yep. There, and there's the High Priestess. So you're basically owning it fully now. And that is going to reap rewards for you. You're moving beyond the illusion. That was another card that wants to come out. So a lot of you Scorpios are up leveling big time. Like big time. Almost like in one fell swoop. You're coming out of the mental prison now. You're seeing things for truth. You're seeing things much more clearly. You're rising out of suppression. You're rising out of the fighting. No longer are you clinging to the past, and you're coming into full existence, the 0 point. You're coming into that full existence of 0 point. You're tired of being exhausted. Okay? You're finally letting go. You're finally letting go of the past. This is huge. This is great, Scorpio. You're finally letting go of the past to embrace a bright new beginning. And the new beginning is going to lead you here eventually. You just got to really continue to stand your ground. Do all the self-love. Keep doing the self-love. Take your time with it. Slow down. And just let yourself cast a sail. Let yourself cast a sail into these calmer waters, these better, more playful shores, with you being the Fool right here. It might be a little uncomfortable for you in the first instance, but I reckon you'll get used to it because there's this childlike part of you that absolutely is willing to defend your honor and your truth, which is where you want to be in this time that we're living in. And certainly when it comes to full self-union, loving the self in fullness so that you can embrace these divine new beginnings. They want to come in for you, absolutely. Just stand your ground, be in your intuitive capacity, be in your intuitive knowing, and know your worth. You're worth the full manifestation of a loving life. That's what you're coming into. That's what you're coming into recognition of knowing. Hence why all these base tone, too much hard work and listening to other people who are manipulative or whatever, that's not serving you. You're starting to realize that, or you have realized that. So now you're moving to calmer waters. You're willing to stand your ground, know yourself, and you're sitting tight on that. And then I feel that you're just going to make some moves, possibly a Fool, which might feel uncomfortable, but as long as you're taking your time with it, that Fool is basically going to lead you right there, right there. Love's on the cards, Scorpio. You got this. You know you do. All right, that was your reading, Scorpio. Lots of love for you. I'll speak to you in the next video, and or not, or like how many of you are every single sign. But if you want to book a private reading, please feel free to do so. I love doing them, and love offering you guys lots of divine guidance. I knew that was you guys, so I was like, I'll send the next one, guys. I love you loads. Have an awesome day. Peace out.